This morning on DC News Now, place your bets. Could a casino come to Tyson's? The bill that would do just that. Warmer weather for your Wednesday, but keep the umbrella close by the next few days. Plus, no upset in New Hampshire for Nikki Haley.
She had a very bad night.
What's next as the candidates now turning their attention south?
There are dozens of states left to go. And the next one is my sweet state of South Carolina.
It's almost tax time. Some last-minute reminders as you get ready to file, plus how the district is helping parents save in the future. And a digital detox.
When we don't detach at all, I think it really diminishes our ability to even focus on what matters to us.
How you can reconnect offline in today's Wellness Wednesday.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning. It is 7 o'clock right now on a Wednesday morning, starting off with a live look outside. Not too bad a start to the day. It's much warmer than it has been the past few days, so take that all in. All right, thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanika is tracking the roads. We're going to check in with her in just a second. Jackie's tracking the forecast. Question, not to put you in the spot.
Oh.
In the winter, when it usually gets warm like this, is that usually a sign that it's going to rain? Because I feel like every time it starts to rain, it gets warm like this.
Yeah, typically when it gets warmer, you have the dew points also a little bit elevated. Then you get also the threat for more rain chances or more moisture. Or it's usually with a warm front that's usually associated with a low pressure, and then that also brings in rain.
This is why you're the expert.
Science lesson, yes.
I know.
Thank you for putting me on the spot. We're just here.
I'm great at it.
I know. I was getting a little nervous there with how many questions you could possibly ask me. Anyway, let's talk about what we're tracking in the Weather Center. Some of that wet weather back over towards the eastern panhandle. Not so much anymore. Just a few of those lingering light raindrops right now. A few of those light showers over towards Loudoun, Montgomery County as well. More rain, though, on the way with that low pressure system down towards our south and west. That warm front will also lift in, and that will be providing us with that warmer air that we'll see over the next several days. So trying to plan out the rest of your Wednesday, we will notice the cloud cover. A few sprinkles this morning, chances of some rain showers around midday, but more rain chances expected later on this evening and later on tonight. More details and timing coming up. Shanika's here with the all-important look at those roadways. How's traffic at the 7 o'clock hour?
All right, good morning. Now we're still tracking delays, significant delays along northbound side of 495 out of Northern Virginia. So right near 66, you do have a crash that is moved to the right. Now that crash is involving a bus and a car, so that does seem pretty serious. Do be careful in this area as you're approaching this scene here. You are stretched all the way back with delays about a couple of miles. Then we have a road closure in Montgomery County. Now this is off of Woodfield and Warfield Road. Do beware because this is a crash that is shutting down both sides heading north and south.
Thank you, Shanika. Your time right now is 7:02. Montgomery County Police asking for your help locating a missing child.
Officers are hoping to find 11-year-old Athena Pinnock, who is from Germantown. Take a look at this recent photo of Athena. Authorities say they were last seen at Rocky Hill Middle School on Bick Haven Way in Clarksburg. County police say Athena was last seen wearing blue jeans and an oversized brown hoodie with white writing on it. A former federal attorney from Arlington is pleading guilty to conspiring to sexually exploiting children. 50-year-old Mark Black is also the former board president of the Arlington Aquatic Club. According to court documents, Black was a member of 2 online groups between 2018 and 2021. Investigators say these groups would find underage girls and convince them to live stream sex acts. Black is facing possible life in prison and a minimum of 15 years. Time right now was 7:03. Fairfax County voters could be voting soon on a new casino in the near future.
That is right. Virginia State General Assembly is taking up a bill today that would open the door for a new development. Our Lex Warris is live this morning in Tyson. So Lex, this is where that casino would be built.
Yeah, that's right. It's the area of Northern Virginia that Senator David Marsden thinks is the best spot to put a new casino and entertainment complex. And we see lots of new construction and businesses popping up around every corner constantly. He put the bill on the docket last week, his second attempt to bring a casino to the region. According to the Washington Post, this could generate as much as $155 million for the state each year and create over 3,000 jobs. Marsden hopes this development would host a conference center and concert venue in addition to the casino. The bill requires the complex be located outside of the Beltway and close to the Silver Line, which would also boost metro ridership. Now, if the bill passes through the General Assembly, it will be up to local voters to make the final say. And there's already opposition from some localities in the area. Just last month, the Vienna Town Council voted against any plans for building casinos here in the county. Now, Fairfax Council, however, did say that depending on the language of the bill and if it passes through the General Assembly, they do plan to let voters here in Fairfax County make the decision. Live in Tysons, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Lex, thank you. Time right now is 7:04. CVS announcing its Columbia Heights location is closing its doors. The store on 14th Street will close by the end of next month. Now, back in October, customers told DC News Now shelves were empty at that location. Security officials confirmed the store stopped stocking shelves because of high theft.
The way I heard they got hit over here, as many times as they did, I really don't blame them.
Now, CVS says many factors other than crime are contributing to the closure. The pharmacy chain says prescriptions will be taken to the CVS on Columbia Road, and CVS says patients can also fill prescriptions at other stores. DC police arrested a 12-year-old boy accused of attacking and robbing two people in Northwest. Police say the boy was part of a group that tried to steal an electric bike from a man on Irving Street in Columbia Heights. Investigators say the group attacked a second victim who tried to help and then stole his car. Police say they are still looking for other suspects.
In the meantime, D.C. council members are working to tackle crime. Yesterday, the Committee of the Whole met to discuss the Secure D.C. Act, an all-encompassing crime bill. Now, that plan calls for increased penalties for things like gun crimes and carjackings. It also allows increased police enforcement powers and allows them to create drug-free zones.
We're going to declare a drug-free zone for a period of 120 hours or 5 days. We're going to put a notice up. We're going to share that with the public. If people congregate there for the purposes of engaging in illegal activity, they've now violated the law.
Now, that portion of the proposal is drawing backlash from the ACLU for being, quote, failed and ineffective. The City Council has a first vote on February 6th and possibly a second one on February 20th. And if you live in D.C., leaders are reminding you of tax credits and incentives that are available to help put more money in your pocket this tax season. The 2024 tax season, it begins Monday, and officials say people should take advantage of not only those tax credits, but of free tax clinics, too. D.C. News Now's Tosin Vakile is live this morning with what you need to know. Tosin, good morning.
Hey, Corey and Tanaya, good morning. Here's what it's all about, the money. And message from D.C. leaders is do not leave any money on the table this tax season. And some of those tax credits are available, cover several layers from senior citizens to the cost of childcare. So here are the resources you can take advantage of if you live in D.C. as you file your taxes. First, the federal earned income tax credit, which gives money back for people who work and have low or moderate income. Now, through this, people can get back anywhere from $560 to $7,000 on their taxes. There's also the district earned income tax credit, which is refundable credit for low and moderate income workers. It's separate from the federal tax credit. Another tax incentive is the disabled or senior property tax relief. It's for property owners 65 and older whose home is their main residence and meets certain income requirements. The benefit, it reduces a qualified property owner's tax by 50%. And finally, a Keep Child Care Affordable Tax Credit. It's available to taxpayers based on the amount of eligible child care expenses paid by that taxpayer per eligible child. And of course, you can find more information about these credits on mytaxdc.org, or you can go to the IRS website to learn more about that. Now, as for the deadline to file your taxes, that's April 15th. Right now, we're live at the Wilson Building. I'm Tosin Vakile. Back to you.
All right, Tosin, a bill establishing a district child tax credit was introduced last year. How will that help, and where does it stand now?
Well, Corey, the district child tax credit for those who qualify, they'll receive $500 for each child up to 3 children. As for where that bill stands right now, there's a hearing on it this morning at 10 o'clock by committee here at the Wilson Building. Back to you.
Thank you, Tosin. Your time right now is 7:08 this morning in Arlington County. The deadline to get your refund on your stormwater utility bill just 1 week away now. The county recently started charging a new fee because of the severe flooding in the area. However, you can get up to a 35% credit on your utility bill if you have taken steps to reduce stormwater runoff. Eligible actions include planting trees, collecting rainwater, and having a driveway that can absorb water. Now, this applies to both homes and businesses. The deadline to apply for this is January 31st. And in our schools, some people living in Montgomery County are rallying behind Superintendent Dr. Monifa McKnight.
This comes after the county school board asked McKnight to step down from her position. Now, the board's request, it stems on the ongoing case against former MCPS principal Joel Beidelman. Beidelman was promoted despite having several sexual harassment accusations against him. However, McKnight's supporters say this is a problem McKnight inherited, adding the board is looking for a scapegoat.
Now she's coming up with remedies to resolve it, resolve the system to make sure it's equitable.
We need to question why they are at the point where they are now to ask for her resignation. I'm not going to let that happen.
And some of McKnight's supporters say they believe McKnight's race and gender play a significant role in the board's request for her to resign. McKnight says she is fighting against the push.
Meantime, others in Montgomery County also calling for the superintendent to step down. Some parents say the situation with Joel Beidelman is enough reason for her to resign. However, one parent we spoke with says that he would like McKnight to leave, but is not confident there is an adequate replacement.
I think ultimately she needs to step down, but I have doubts that the Board of Education is going to pick a suitable replacement because they did appoint her and they did appoint Beidelman and, promote him.
Now, that parent also says school leaders should do it as best for the students.